Hi students! Today we're looking at the lesson Solving Linear Equations. This lesson's format is a little bit different. You're going to use the notes that I have up on the screen to copy down into your math journal on the next blank left page. So just like what we do in class, this Solving Linear Equations is going to be your title, and then you'll need to write the things that I have down on the screen onto your paper. So if you want to take a minute to pause the video and copy that down now, go ahead and do that. And then we will move on. So solving linear equations. As I mentioned yesterday, you have always known that an equation has one solution. That's what you're used to. You're used to seeing something like this problem right here. So your tip for this lesson is that an equation does not always have just one solution. Sometimes equations can have one solution, infinite solutions, or no solutions at all. And we're going to do one example of each one, and then you have an assignment that you're going to complete tomorrow that's going to give you lots of practice with these kinds of problems. So for this first example, this is what you're used to. 3x plus 7 equals 22. The same steps still apply. So if you want to make your how-to, your first step is still always, this is what from your notes from 2 days ago. You're going to distribute. If possible, I'm just going to abbreviate. You're going to combine like terms, and then make sure the x is on one side, and then, or just the variables on one side, and then we're going to undo addition and subtraction, and then undo multiplication and division. Okay, so the same steps still apply for these problems. So if you're looking at this one, there's no distribution and there's no like terms that need to be combined, and the variable, the x, is already on one side. So we're already down to step number 4. We just need to undo the addition and subtraction. So here's addition right here. We're adding 7. And because this is a plus 7 and add 7 right here, we're going to do the opposite, and we'll subtract 7 to both sides. And whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other. 7 take away 7, that goes away. And 22 take away 7, that becomes 15. Bring down what you haven't used. So 3x equals 15. Now we need to undo multiplication and division. So divide both sides by 3, and x equals 5. Okay, now this is what you're always used to seeing. When you have x equals 5, you always think that you're done and that that's the answer to the problem. And it is. However, you have to acknowledge and you have to realize that this means that 5 is the only number that will make this equation up here true. 5 is the only number. No other number will make this equation true. That means that an equation, this equation, has one solution. Only the number 5 will make it true. The next problem we're going to do is an equation that will have infinite solutions, meaning any number can make the equation true. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to try to leave those directions on the screen for you, but if you need to reference your notes from yesterday, you should have those as well. So for this equation, we first need to distribute, and there's distribution right here with the parentheses. So we need to multiply the 2 to both of the inside terms in this expression. So 2 times 2x gives you 4x, and 2 times 5 makes this a positive 10. And then we'll bring down what we haven't used over here, 4x plus 8 plus 2. And now we need to combine like terms. So we have a 4x. I don't have any other x's on this side of the equal sign. So I just need to combine the 8 plus the 2, which gives us 10. So 4x plus 10 equals, bring down the other side, 4x plus 10. And then we need to get the x's on one side. And right now, the x's are, there's one over here and there's one over here. We need to get the x's only on one side of the equal sign. So for me, I'm going to choose to subtract 4x from both sides. And if you have 4x's and you take away 4x's, that leaves you with no more x's, with 0 x's. And a 4x over here, take away 4x's, leaves you also with 0 x's. So don't panic if this happens, just bring down what you have left in your equation. So we have a 10 equals 10. So 10 equals 10. So rewrite it. Now you have to ask yourself, there is no more variable like we had up here. You had an x equals 5. There is not a variable in this expression, but is 10 equals 10 a true statement? Is it true? If it is, that means, if it is true, that means that there are infinite solutions to this equation. Another way to say that is that I can put any number in for x into this equation and it will make the equation true. So this one is one that has infinite solutions. So if you ever solve an equation and you get a number equals the same number, then you know that you have infinite solutions. Okay, the last type of problem that we're going to learn today is one that has no solutions. So I'm going to leave this one up here for you to see as well. For an equation that has no solutions, it's going to be just a little bit different, but I think you'll understand why there's no solutions once we get to the end. So we have 3x plus 9 equals 3 parentheses x minus 15. So we need to distribute first. 3 times x gives you 3x, and 3 times a negative 15 gives you negative 45 equals, and bring down what you haven't used yet on the other side, 3x plus 9. And now we need to get the x's to one side. Right now I have x's on both sides of my equal sign. I just need them on one side. So I'm going to choose to subtract this 3x to both sides. 3x take away 3 x's gives me no more x's, and 3 x's take away 3 x's also eliminates the x's on that side. So I'm going to bring down what I have left. I have a 9, my equal sign, and I have a negative 45. So this statement, this is almost like a statement, this equation is saying that 9 equals negative 45. Is that true? Does 9 equal negative 45? Are they the same thing? So they are not, which means that this equation has no solutions. So when you solve this, there is absolutely no number that you can plug in to both of the x's in this equation that will make this true. There's no number that you can plug in for x that will result in a true statement. And you can try it if you want to. Try 0, try 1, try 100, see what you get. You're never going to get an equation that's true. Okay, so it's actually just the opposite of this one, where any number you can plug into this example will give you a true statement, but this one will not. Okay, so I want you to have these 3 examples written down in your journal. If you need to rewrite the steps, you can do so. But the key here is to know that you might solve an equation and you might not get just one solution. If you do, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just write the answer. But if you get something like this, a number equals the same number, or a number equals a different number, don't panic. It just means that the equation might have infinite solutions or no solutions. Okay, there's lots of videos online like on this through Khan Academy if you need additional help. But if not, go ahead and just start with your practice and try to do some of those problems from your assignment for tomorrow. I posted the document on Teacheries if you need another copy of it. And other than that, I hope you have a good day.